Alright, welcome back to Fair Reviews.
Last episode we said we would do this tomorrow, but obviously
We are doing it the same day, but I'm going to upload it in different times. Tyler's not with us right now, but that's okay. We'll just do this one without him. As you can see from the title, this is our Dark Knight Rises review. This is a fair review. Also, we're going to explain a few things that we think we have figured out. Obviously, Christopher Nolan, what's his name?
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan would be able to describe it better, but we're gonna just set some records straight. Basically.
Wait, Aunt Christian, what do you mean by explanation? Refer to episode 1, please.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. All right. Stewie will start. This is our friend Stewie.
Hi guys.
You already met him?
Yes, you met him in the last video, but...
Oh, by the way, the Beatnik 85, that would be my channel. So
that's right. I will put a link in the doobly-doo.
Woohoo!
Alright, so he's gonna start with our reviews, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I'm the newbie.
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises.
Alright. All together, I mean, I was pretty impressed with this movie. Of course, it has flaws, but I would... you come into that movie from something epic like The Dark Knight. And it's completely... It's kind of weird how Nolan did it, but it kind of goes off into a different story from Batman Begins, which I like because Dark Knight was more sinister, it was more twisted, it was more dark. And I'll always say Heath Ledger was the best Joker of all time. But the thing is, you go from something so epic like that, and like monumentous like that, and a story that's so great. And then when I watch The Dark Knight Rises, it's like, okay, so we go from something awesome. Now, Batman Begins, don't get me wrong, I thought it was an awesome movie. It was a good start to the franchise. I was really impressed with it. Liam Neeson is freaking amazing. Anyway,
Yes.
If you know me, you know that he's one of my favorite actors. Ra's al Ghul. But anyway, it's like, I guess some people will get lost because if they haven't seen the Batman Begins, because you go from Dark Knight Rises to what's this? And it's talking about Ra's al Ghul.
You mean Dark Knight?
Dark Knight, sorry.
This.
The Dark Knight Rises, yeah. And you're talking about like Ra's al Ghul, and people who haven't seen the Batman Begins will be like, who's this? So it's like you have to see Batman Begins to see this movie to understand it.
I agree with that.
But there's nothing wrong with not talking about Ra's al Ghul in
Yeah.
the second one.
Yeah.
No.
But they didn't talk about him. That was
I mean,
the thing.
there was no point for her to talk about him.
Well, I think it could have led up to it, but anyway, like I was saying, I thought the movie was altogether good. I would give it probably about an 8. Yeah, I'd give it an 8. I was really amped up for it, especially going in after The Dark Knight and saying, "Oh man, this is gonna be great," and hearing the villain was gonna be Bane. Bane to me was one of the greatest villains that I have ever seen.
That was my favorite part of that movie.
Yeah. Not just the fact that he was strong, but that he was just a leader and he was very intelligent.
Hey. Cheers.
Why are you copying murder? But anyway, so Bane is a strong, intelligent villain, which is completely the opposite of the comic books, because in the comic books he is pumped with this juice like in Batman and Robin. I shall never say that name ever again. But anyway, if you've seen that movie, bless you.
You mean if they have seen that movie, you're sorry, and if they haven't, bless you.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
but anyway,
it works.
At least, like, in this movie, Bane is actually an awesome character. He's not just a lug, but he's a smart villain. He's one of my favorite villains, just behind the Joker. That's one thing I think they've done well with these villains in these movies. But anyway.
Yes.
There you go. I kind of laugh if y'all ever seen Doug Walker, his review, because it's like, hey Doug. Anyway, it's like, so you're in this cave, and the only person ever get out of this cave was this small boy. Well, I can never get out of it. Really? A little kid got out of this cave. Okay. So anyway, he keeps climbing, and he keeps falling, and he keeps climbing, and this keeps falling. After this one kid does it after what, the first try? Anyway, way to go, Bruce. Anyway, he gets out, and of course, now on to like Catwoman. I will say this: I thought Anne Hathaway did a great Catwoman.
Yes.
I was skeptical about it at first because I was thinking, Anne Hathaway's Catwoman, and I saw the uniform and everything, and I was like, I don't know, because when I think Catwoman, I think Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just do. He thinks Halle Berry.
Wait.
No.
Halle Berry? I'm thinking Halle Berry right now.
Yeah.
Well, I've never seen the other one.
Michelle Pfeiffer. You never seen Batman Returns?
You've never seen Batman Returns?
Oh,
Okay.
I have.
Anyway,
I have, yeah.
Yeah, I digress. Shout out to Michelle Pfeiffer. You were the best Catwoman ever. Anyway,
In his
Halle-
opinion.
in my opinion,
Halle Berry was not.
no,
Oh, no.
I never saw the Catwoman movie. But anyway, we're like getting off the subject.
Sorry. Cat.
Anyway, back on the subject. But I thought the sequences were really good. But then there's one thing that confused me at the point that there's this one lady that we've never seen in any of the movies that just randomly appears in this that turns out to be Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
No, it's not. You better have seen this movie
Pretty
already.
much. Yeah. So anyway, it's like, and you never see her in any of the movies. She just randomly pops in this one. And so of course when you find out, you're like, what the? But anyway, so watch the movie. But I think the main thing people were confused about was Bane going, okay, we're going to destroy the city. But let's make them think that we're going to hold them hostage, and if Batman comes, we won't do it, but we're going to do it anyway. Huh?
Alright.
Okay.
Are you done?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay, because that was
Okay.
starting to annoy me.
What?
Alright.
No.
Starting off with not the last thing, but the second to last thing you said.
Well, let's start out with that last thing he said, real quick.
Okay. Bane never said that they wouldn't explode the city if Batman showed up. They were still going to blow it up whether or not he showed up.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
But yes, that's true. But one of the things that I like to mention when people say that there was like, well, he's gonna blow it up anyway. Why take the hostages?
Yeah.
Why do all that stuff? Well, for me, I think it makes sense because at the very beginning of the movie, Ra's al Ghul, or was it? Yeah, it was somebody, I forgot who it was, that was explaining the difference between Bane and Ra's al Ghul. And what they said was that Bane was ridiculously insane. Like he was not allowed in the League of Shadows because of how insane he was, and Ra's al Ghul would not allow him to be in the League of Shadows. They kicked him out. They didn't want him because of the fact that they thought that he was just out of his mind with the way he thought about things. That explains Bane's reasoning for taking the hostages. I believe that Bane is so evil, just so sick.
But I think he's intelligent also.
Yes, I agree with that. But I think his sickness for wanting the world to suffer, I think is his reasoning behind taking the hostages and waiting so long. And even though he's going to blow it up, doing all this other stuff, releasing the prisoners and all that kind of stuff. I think that the reason why he did all that,
trying to get like a high,
is because, I think it's because he wanted to see the world, the city suffer. He hated the city. He hates just a lot of people. I mean, except for Talia. Obviously, Talia is the only one he loves. So he'll do anything for her. And basically, he wanted to see them suffer. He wanted to torture them. He wanted to make sure that they were just living in hell before they were living in hell. Basically, I mean I think that was his thing, and that's why Ra's al Ghul wouldn't let him in the League of Shadows. If it was up to Ra's al Ghul, I think he would have destroyed the city like that. Because that's what he was trying to do in Batman. Mm-hmm. He didn't do all the prisoner escaping and hostages. He just wanted to blow it up.
But Ra's al Ghul he didn't want to destroy the city. He wanted to...
But technically he didn't let all the prisoners free, remember that?
No.
All the prisoners got free and Batman Begins and they're running through the city. Or was that the Scarecrow that let them free?
Scarecrow did that.
Okay.
That was not Ra's al Ghul.
Okay.
That was,
Ra's al Ghul didn't want to destroy Gotham. He wanted to destroy their hope.
Mm-hmm.
And then rebuild their hope. But... Bane wanted to give them false hope.
Basically, yeah.
And then
because-
tortured them with that.
Exactly. He was wanting to torture them with that false hope. That's good. I like that. So that's the reasoning. So a lot of people say, a lot of people are making fun of that. If you've ever seen
How It Should Have Ended.
How It Should Have Ended, they make fun of that scene, and they're like, wait, so you're gonna blow us up anyway? He's like, yeah. Well, then why are you? Shut up. I mean, it's just. but honestly, it makes sense though if you think about the fact of how evil Bane is. Really, I mean, that's just who he is. That's his character. So that's my explanation for that.